Recently, I was having a conversation with a group of bankers on achieving financial freedom. Each person had a different number in mind depending on their lifestyle, but most of them had one thing in common. They believe that they will finally pursue their passion after they've achieved that freedom number. As Robert Kiyosaki says in Rich Dad Poor Dad, money might not be the most important thing in life, but it affects everything that is. So if you're chasing financial freedom, here's my honest advice, and I'm going to keep it brief and to the point. Hi, I'm Rakchit. After a decade in the corporate sector and 7 years of building businesses, I moved to the mountains to live a more intentional life. On this channel, I help people grow in mindset, money, and meaning. Let's dive in. Why do you want financial freedom? What is it that financial freedom will let you do that your current job or business does not let you do right now? For me personally, the biggest luxury that I feel money can buy is that you can own your time. I left a high-paying corporate job to start a hospitality venture, which didn't pay me as much, but it gave me the flexibility to travel, which was my passion. So I ended up working for 6 months and traveling for 6 months, and I created beautiful travel memories by traveling across the world. A luxury that even CEOs of companies don't have. So the real question that you need to ask yourself is not just how much money you want, but why do you want it? What does freedom actually look like for you? Some people are very happy in their jobs and they don't want to start a business, and that's perfectly valid. But clarity on your why is the foundation of everything. Once you're clear on your why, the next step is to figure out how much. Your freedom number is the amount of money that you have to have invested so that you can live the life that you want and you don't have to work for money. Now, this number would depend on which part of the world that you live in and your lifestyle. For example, $4,500 per month in New York means a modest life. In Delhi, where I used to live earlier, that works out to approximately 3.8 lakh rupees per month. One can lead a very comfortable life in Delhi with that amount. And in the hills of Uttarakhand, which is currently my base, it could actually mean luxury. So lifestyle and location massively influence this number. I can tell you based on my own experience after moving to the hills that my income has come down, but my expenses have also come down drastically. So take a calculator or an Excel sheet and evaluate your annual expenses. For calculation, let's use the 4% rule. Let's assume that your annual expenses are 10 lakhs per year. Multiply that amount by 25, which works out to 2.5 crores. That's your FIRE number. And for people who don't know, stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. So once you have a corpus of 2.5 crores, and let's say you withdraw 4% annually, which is about 10 lakhs per year, and your money grows at 7 to 8% per year, you will never have to work for money. A lot of people reach this number and have no clue what to do with their time after that. So plan your purpose along with your portfolio. And if you have additional goals like buying a house or your children's education, factor those into your number too. Now that we have a number in mind, let's try and devise an action plan to achieve this. And let's try and understand it through an example. Let's say John is a 40-year-old man who lives in the US and he earns $75,000 per year post-tax. His annual expenses are $50,000 per year and he's able to save about $25,000 per year. He also has savings of $1 lakh and he wants to reach his FIRE number of 1.25 million, which is his annual expenses of 50,000 multiplied by 25, which works out to $1.25 million. Assuming a 4% real return, if he go by his current job and his savings per year, it'll take him 25 years to reach this number, so he'll reach this FIRE number by the age of 65. Now imagine a scenario where he increases his income, or he has some side hustles, or he does some side business which results in an additional cash flow. This time period that he requires to achieve his FIRE number will drastically come down. If you want some ideas, then do check out my video on how to escape the rat race without quitting your 9-to-5 job. If you find this valuable, then please hit that subscribe button. 93% of you who watch my videos from across the world don't subscribe to the channel. So please subscribe so that I can keep sharing content on growth, mindset, and travel. So now that you have a number in mind, it's your call. Take the traditional job route, slow and steady, or fast track it with entrepreneurship, side hustles, and smart investing. However, if you're in the top 1% on a fast track corporate career path, then the traditional route may even make sense for you. Or if you're earning money in a country with a strong currency, and once you achieve that freedom number, you spend that money in another country with a weaker currency, then the traditional route might still make sense. But that's not the case with majority of the people. For most, the key is to build high income skills or to build a side hustle to generate additional cash flows and to get financially literate to invest wisely. So remember, the path is yours, but the cost of inaction is always time. You have to be smart about your investments. COVID, for example, was a once in a lifetime opportunity for investing. In the last 5 years, Nifty has given an absolute return of 122%, and Dow Jones has given an absolute return of 72%. Those who had invested in equity during COVID times are in a very comfortable financial position today. So learn about various asset classes: real estate, fixed income, commodities, equities. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Do comment below on what are the strategies that you are using to achieve financial freedom. So now that you have the math, the plan, the motivation, the next step is to actually implement the plan. And the biggest enemy, according to me, for most people today is procrastination, mindless scrolling, and social media. Even 30 minutes a day on weekdays and a couple of hours on the weekends can help you to create your dream life. Don't let your day job be an excuse. Take ownership. When I worked in banking, everybody around me chased bonuses and hikes. Freedom wasn't even part of the conversation. But when I started spending time with entrepreneurs, my perspective on life changed. It shaped my belief system and eventually my reality. You become the average of 5 people that you spend time with. So choose wisely. Over the last 17 years of my career, which has spanned across consulting, banking, and entrepreneurship, here are 3 things that have actually helped me. The first is having active conversations, being curious and asking questions. My travels to 26 countries across the world and within India, and my interaction with people from different nationalities from all walks of life has helped me to gain a more global perspective on things. I personally feel that if you want to grow in life, then reading has to be an active part of your life. Books and now podcasts on personal finance. I've given the link to some of my favorite finance reads in case you'd like to explore the same. So money matters, but so do peace, time, and health. Do the math, but also weigh the sacrifices. Ask yourself, am I willing to trade the next 10 years for this number? Mr. Manik Mahapatra, who's a subscriber on this channel, shared his personal life story. He walked away from high-paying jobs in spite of being an IIT alumnus. This was his comment in response to a video I made on my life lessons, which got a lot of love from all of you. Thank you once again for that. Today, Mr. Mahapatra is healthier and happier thanks to some of the decisions that he took in his life. You can always earn more money, but you're not going to get your 20s, 30s, or your 40s back. So create a plan that supports not only your future, but your present as well. You have to create your own life story. I hope this helped you start that chapter. Don't forget to hit that bell icon for more content on growth, mindset, and travel. Thanks for watching. This is your friend Rakchit signing off for the moment.